I'm Adriana, and I'm very excited to be introducing you to my tidying course.
So you need to get the gap, and then you can start working the blade.
In our last video, we bought a new hatch, and now the first thing we have to do is to remove the old one, which being over 20 years old, will be a little challenging.
This stainless bolt, I think it's corroded in to this aluminium section, so it's not turning, it feels really locked on.
Right.
So it's probably corroded together with that. So I don't need to take it, it's not important enough to take it off.
What you doing, Jimmy?
Just using this multi-tool with it's got essentially a sealant cutting blade on it.
Right.
It's got no teeth, just a sharp edge, and you can actually use the front and the sides to kind of work your way around the sealant. It works quite well. It's a lot easier than using the chisel and this combined.
Right.
But you know, you need to kind of use a bit of everything.
Yeah.
But the trick with the multi-tool is you need to get the lift started. So I started in this corner. And I worked that way and that way so I could get the corner up.
Yep.
And then by wedging the chisel in, you create enough, you stretch the sealant up just enough for the blade to get in.
Yep.
Because the blade won't work unless there's a gap. So you need to get the gap, and then you can start working the blade. So over here, I'll just move this chisel along a bit more to give me a bit more gap. So now I can get on the inside. And you can use the back of the blade here to come backwards. Once you're in. So it doesn't really like presenting the front of the blade across the sealant like that. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like that. It's just too much for it. But if you start getting in a corner like that, then working your way forwards and backwards and then around, you know, you got to work it basically. You can't just attack it straight on.
Okay.
So yeah, it's saved me a lot of time.
And make those embers glow. I'm on my way, and I don't skip a beat. I can't help it, I've got happy feet. So good, I do what I want and it's understood. There's no stopping me when I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. I'ma do me. You know what I mean. I'm on fire. I'm feeling glad there's a spark in my soul. wings and I'm pulling these strings. No stopping me when I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
I've got to drill these out.
Yep.
And fill them with epoxy.
Yep.
And then
drill new holes in.
And then I've got to drill new holes.
Okay.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
A little while ago, Elena from Sailing Le Vagabond asked this question.
Does anyone have any coping mechanisms or techniques out there for him to deal with stuff? If it was up to him, we'd just have an empty boat.
Elena, you're not alone.
What you doing, Jimmy?
Oh, I've just got to get some parts that I think are underneath this bed. I need to do a bit of a cull. Maybe we can just go through and find stuff we're not using.
In other words, get rid of shit.
Yeah.
Taking her plea to heart, I went in search of a solution. So after consulting with experts in their fields and doing quite a lot of research, I've developed a technique for all boat wives out there. My own fundamentals of boat tidying.
Hi, I'm Adriana, and I'm very excited to be introducing you to my tidying course.
I will teach you all you need to know about what not to chuck out, how to fold so it looks like you have less clothes. I'll show you storage solutions for all the much loved but unnecessary items, and how to use every drawer in the boat without the captain realizing it. Get ready to experience the life-changing magic that will help you keep everything you want with the captain's blessing.
You happy, Captain?
Absolutely.
You will discover what sparks joy for you.
So what's happening with this wind?
We've got a huge complex low with a deep trough over the east coast of New South Wales and southern Queensland, and it extends about 1,000 kilometres. It's pretty big, and they forecast supercell thunderstorms with damaging winds, hail, rain, and we'll see what we get. It looks like we're going to actually get rain. I'll probably just put the hatch in, dry fit it. If it doesn't rain, then I might be able to fit it this afternoon if I can do some more surface prep. It does make it a bit harder when you're trying to do any jobs because things blow away.
Yeah.
Literally, containers,
Yeah.
anything that's not tied down pretty well blows away, so it does put a spanner in the works.
I'm about to take you there. I'm lightning like Steve McQueen. I'm in the fast lane when the light turns green. And I built tough, I ain't nothing but grit. Cause I made rugged blood, sweat, and spit. Yeah, like a horse I fly. Better push yourself in for a bumpy ride. I like to play hard, but I work harder. And I weather the storm cause I'm built stronger. I was born to run. I was built to last. I was made for speed, cause I was born fast. Born to run, born to ride. Keep on flying till my hands touch the sky. Born to be wild and free. Keep on going, yeah, there's no stopping me. I was gay like a bucking bull. Got my horns up, I'm unstoppable. Got you spin around, it's a do-si-do. Gotta hold on tight like a rodeo. If you wanna get down, get yourself elevated up off the ground. Then come along with me to the nitty and the gritty of the country. I was cut from steel, I was built for grit, I was made to fly, 'cause I was born for this, yeah. Born to roam, born to ride, keep on flying till my hands touch the sky. Born to be wild and free, keep on going, yeah, there's no stopping me. I was born for this, I was born for this.
And the wind is back.
So we've been to Port Macquarie again. Had a nice look around, had dinner a couple of times, breakfast out. We found this great little spot, a little cafe called The Banks, by the banks of the Hastings River. It's just divine. And we went back to the marina and saw the marina manager and organised a mooring. So it's booked. Yeah, that's our next port of call.
And when we arrived, it was just as windy as when we left. But not too windy for Jim to do one last painting job.
So Jimmy, do you want to tell folks at home why you're removing the varnish?
Yeah, the last time I stripped it back, I thought it looked so nice, the teak, that I decided to varnish it. But I'm now deciding to paint it white again. It's too exposed out here. It's too high a maintenance.
Okay.
So I'm going to seal it with a penetrating epoxy resin. Then I'm going to put a 2-pack epoxy primer, and then I'm going to paint it the same as this white gloss.
Okay.
And then I shouldn't have to do it again after that.
Johnny went out walking and he hitched for a ride. He came across a pretty girl who took him inside. Johnny asked the pretty girl if he could take her hand. She became his wife and they bought a piece of land. Well, they raised up a family and they raised up the wood. They built their first cottage and it held like it should. Johnny told the pretty girl that Lennon loved her so. She looked back at Johnny and said, Johnny boy, I know. And we all shine a light, little darling. We all want someone. We're all afraid of tomorrow just a little. We all dance circles around the sun till it's done. And you're the one. Johnny went out one day with a shotgun by his side. His family, they didn't trust him to keep them all alive. He stumbled upon a black bear and knocked down his gun. Johnny couldn't reach it, so he fixed up to run. The bear caught up to Johnny, knocked him to the ground. Johnny thought of his little girl and he beat that bear down. Well, the moral of the story, if there's a woman by his side, there's nothing that a man won't do just to stay alive, stay alive. And we all shine a light, little darling. We all want someone. We're all afraid of tomorrow just a little. We all dance circles around the sun. And we all shine a light, little darling. We all want someone. We're all afraid of tomorrow just a little. And we all dance circles around the sun till it's done. And you're the one.
was at it, Jim finished off the cap rails.
Well, hello, you Sailing with Lucy devotees. We'd like to thank you for watching, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and liking our videos. It means such a great deal to us. And we'd like you to come a little closer so we can thank you properly. Yes, well, don't be shy. A little closer, that's it. Just kidding.